Mike Seekings has been busy with issues from CARTA to the City of Charleston, and now he's the Mayor Pro-Tem for the City of Charleston. In this special edition of Quintin's Close-Ups, I speak exclusively with him one-on-one. Councilman Seekings.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
Thanks for having me again.
Yes, anytime, man. Anytime for you. Good. Well, let me start off with the obvious, because this particular headline appeared in Postal Court recently, quote, Charleston Cruise Ship Terminal fight back on appeals court docket. When you hear that headline, what sticks out to you?
Just a long process. It's been going on too long. It's something that needs resolution.
Yeah.
I think with like anything that's within a city, we should be out there doing what's best for our citizens. We need to get that behind us, litigation part, and have a long-term plan for cruise ships, for tourism, for transportation. As you know, I've been a big proponent for having a hard limit on the cruise ships that come in here.
Right.
I think wherever that terminal is going to be, we should be able to decide that ourselves and not leave that to a court battle. So, you know, it's another step along the process. I'd like to see that process end sooner rather than later, and you know, back to home rule there.
Let me take you down the street to North Market Street. As you know, there's a proposed 50-room hotel that will be occupying eventually the old Wild Wing building.
Right.
A lot of people are saying, hey, not in my backyard.
Right. Well, so as you may or may not know, I lived for a long time at 34 Pinckney Street, which is right around the corner from the market. And as things have evolved in Charleston, particularly in downtown, the market has been a place that used to be the late night entertainment district. It really isn't anymore. It's moved to King Street. It's moved to Upper King Street. And so I think the market is an opportunity for us to really manage tourism, visitation, and hotels. And I think this particular project at the Wild Wing site is an example of how our 50-room hotel limit is really butted up against the realities of what's going on. I'd like to see, again, that to get resolved. There's other parcels of property along the Market Street corridor, the old First Baptist Gym, which is zoned hotel. So if we have some concerns about the way people are going to move in and out of there, let's fix those now, because the reality is if it's not going to be a hotel, it's going to be something which is going to be an even bigger burden. And again, I think that Market Street corridor is really our opportunity to have the Lower Peninsula equivalent of a short-term residential district. I'm not talking about residential, I'm talking about hotels, and I think we need to get the hotels in a place where they're well managed and we get the traffic in and out. So more to come on that. I did read today what happened last night, so we'll see what happens with the traffic side of things. But again, we got to get out there and get after the traffic. That is the number one most important infrastructure need we have, is transportation and traffic.
The one-year anniversary. Mayor John Teckenberg is now the mayor of Charleston.
Amazing. It's been a quick year. And maybe not for him.
I know. I was going to go back to the interview that I did with him and his wife last week, Friday.
Right.
And as you know, he says that his relationship with city council is good. What letter grade would you give him as far as performance as mayor so far?
Well, you know, I don't think that's a job that you grade from an A to F scale. You grade it on an effort scale. He certainly had a lot of effort behind what he's been doing. He came out of an election campaign where he'd made certain promises in his election campaign, and I think he's chased after those. I don't think all of those have jived with what we at council foresee as the long-term solution to some of these problems. But you know, he's jumped in with all feet. He's an energetic mayor. He's engaged. So I think 2017 for him and for us, we're a council together, is an important year to make sure we've got good solid policies going forward, that we look at the city holistically. We've got our needs in West Ashley, we have needs downtown. Right. Daniel Island has a lot going on. I drove through Daniel Island today to Councilmember White's district. I mean, it's growing like crazy. Canehoy. So again, we've got to, I think, make 2017 the year of the city as a whole. And if we can accomplish that, then both the mayor and city council and everyone involved will, I think, be approaching, if there is such a thing as a grade A. But we've got a lot of work collectively to get there.
The unanimous vote. You became the mayor pro tem last week.
Well, that was an honor for sure to be elected by my fellow council members and my peers unanimously. I look forward to serving the city in that capacity this year as well as in others.
And when we talked about right before Christmas, we talked about off the record, obviously, who will become the next chairman of the Charleston County Council. It's a big role now.
Judge Rawl, I was with him today. He now is sitting on our board at CARTA, which is fantastic. He is committed to public transit, to making sure it works with this half-cent sales tax referendum as it gets funded in. So we're excited about Judge Rawl. I've known him for a long time. As a young lawyer, I tried my very first case in front of Judge Rawl many moons ago. Grant versus Westvaco. I'll never forget it. So we've got a long history of working together, and I think he will do an excellent job. And I think as he comes in, he's got his eye on the ball, and that being, and along with our mayor and our city council, that being infrastructure, transit, and transportation. And without focusing on that, regionally, we're really going to put ourselves behind the 8 ball. So looking forward to working with them.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Well, Councilman Mike Seekins, thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you for
Really
having me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I can't shake your hand because you have a cold.
That's right.
But thank you.